In the middle of July, on a rainy Saturday, I finally moved out of my apartment. This is actually a flat share, so I am finally going to be living alone. Keisha stayed over and helped me pack the rest of my stuff because I was mega overwhelmed. And before we knew it, I made it to my new space. Just moved in yesterday. Today is Sunday. I went out for a bit to have brunch because I don't have a fridge. It's Sunday. I also don't have a washing machine yet. And there's nothing open in the grocery on Sundays here in Germany. It's really overwhelming how so many things happened yesterday. And then now I'm just like sitting here kind of slowly looking at my stuff. I don't think anyone prepared me for this moment, but it's something I've been dreaming of since I was really, really young. To be able to have my own space, to work as an artist. Obviously that one went in first, but everything else just feels it's so new and scary and exciting, but it's giving me a lot of anxiety. So I think I've been trying to slowly get the hang of figuring out what I need and how I get about my day. And also it's just so nice to have a separate room where I could kind of just leave my work stuff in. Although I have a little journaling creative corner of my bedroom right now because this room is pretty much empty. Okay, little home office situation. And then we have the rest of the boxes here. Good morning. We have a meeting this morning. I'm headed there, so I'm gonna take you with me. Also, the rare time I try to look a bit professional. Let's go. I had a meeting with Modular that day, so I didn't go empty-handed. I haven't gone to Modular in a while actually, so this is one of the best places to go if you're looking for art and stationery supplies and just creative tools here in Berlin. I have yet to make a video about it, but that's coming soon. I also, since I was there, I went around to look at stuff. I just like looking at stuff. And I also went to pick up some glassine envelopes for my mystery packs to sell at the SF Pen Show, and also viewed a potential workshop space.
This took Keisha exactly 11 hours in 2 days.
Wow.
She did not leave the house.
Once I was in the area, I had brunch with Keisha and Glow. They made brunch and we caught up on our Q3 planning. Also passed by one of my favorite stores here in Berlin, Garden State. They had a lot of lovely stuff on display and I was so excited to find this Bini cutlery set because I've been wanting it for so long. So I finally got that and went home. It's like opening a gift, a huge gift. used to this space. I'm so used to the table being on the other side, but since this is deeper, I figured the desk would be better here. Actually, the desk is kind of wobbly, so I need to put in this screw and get those Allen keys to make sure it's more secure before I put on my monitor and everything else. But it's just nice to have a desk right now because I need to work. See you in a bit. After work, I like to unwind and actually see people. As someone who works from home 90% of the time, it was so nice to see some of my friends. We tried out this new katsu place near Ebersfelder Strasse. It's pretty good. It reminds me of Yabu back home actually. And we went to grab dessert afterwards as well and to chat a little bit more. We are in my old room today. I managed to finally pick up the last of my laundry. Yeah, I'm gonna do the last ever super of this place. It's so weird seeing it empty, but yeah, I have this. So the apartments here, at least the ones I rent, are Altbau, which is like old buildings, and usually the ceilings are really high, which means there are a lot of random little webbies and dust there. So we're going to tidy up and I'm gonna be listening to music because I figured that's the only way I will tidy up.
Moving up.
The weekend before designing my sticker book, I was a woman on a mission. I went to the west part of Berlin just to be a tourist in my own city because I rarely am in this part of the city. And I decided to check out a stationery shop so I could browse visual inspiration, especially with stickers. It's always good to see the colors and the material and the finishings before I get to designing, and I was pretty overwhelmed at this place. It was my first time at the store and I really loved the selection. I am in the thick of working on my sticker book deadline, but I was today years old when I found out how you could draw a star on Photoshop. So I made this polygon. Oh my god. Eee! I think I want to keep it like not super sharp and maybe have a little bit of a rounded corner because I want to add text inside. So I want to see. Ooh, okay. Oh my god, they're so cute. Okay. Amazing. Okay. Testing. I have to probably decide on the font, but yay! Okay, now I actually have to work. Intermission, we have snacks and all my packages arrived today. The last one came. I still prefer using this for illustration just because it is a bigger size and I can get more done. So I got this one And I should be working on this later on so that I could prep my drawing and get stuff done. So for today, I wanted to... Oh yeah, it's the same one that I got for my iPad mini. I just wanted to do more like layout heavy parts of the sticker book, you know. The shapes, round elements. I also have my journals close by because the idea of designing the sticker book is also so that I could use these stickers for A6 size journals. And it's a good reason to look at the stickers I've used and see why I like using them and whether or not I could implement something similar to the sticker book. I think with product design, it's really, really important for me to also envision how I would use the sticker. And when I make my sticker books, this is the 2023 one that I made, I always think about how every page of the sticker book can be used together as a whole and be able to design a page using just this sticker book. So yeah. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I really have to get to work. I didn't anticipate how busy I was gonna be with moving, but also it's just been so overwhelming. I'm really taking it day by day. As you can see, the boxes are still there. I have no energy to set up my entire work setup because what I need to get done is simply on my laptop and my iPad and a desk to get it done. So I'm trying to be patient with that. And I also have my timer set up so I can do work sprints. So I think I'm gonna lock in for like the next 2-3 hours before I run a couple more errands at the grocery and make dinner.
Before we continue, I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, my patrons. So I have a Patreon. I call it my journal club, and lovely humans are part of this beautiful community, and they allow me to live and work as an artist in Berlin. This month's theme is travel notes for our mail tier. So this is me designing that specific postcard. I would love for you to check out my Patreon. It's the best way to support this channel, and in turn you'll receive early access to most of my videos as well as exclusive content such as journal tours, digital downloads, and so much more. Make sure to check it out at the link in my description or head to patreon.com/AbbeySy to be part of our journal club.
Fridge just arrived! I'm just thinking about all the space I'm gonna put here for like magnets and stuff. Temp setup. So these chairs were given to me by Charlie. Thanks, Charlie. This one is just an IKEA foldable table. Actually, it's for the balcony, but I figured it's the best benchmark size anyway for here, and I do have a balcony, so I'm gonna move that eventually there once I get a proper dining table.
I always underestimate how busy my summers are, but I always make time to see some friends. I had a co-work session with Yana, and obviously we had coffee. We were supposed to co-work, but we both know that never happens because we just end up yapping about life stuff, adult stuff, work stuff, and it's always a nice refresher to get us back on track with our creative projects.
I have been working nonstop since Monday for this sticker book, and I'm down to the last leg of it, which is designing the cover. So I wanted to show you the cover from 2023. I think having this nearby has been really good reference. Like, I've just been using it as like scale for the sizes of the stickers that I want to explore, the cuts, the margins, and the overall look and feel of how tangible it is. For this particular sticker book, I chose a spine that was more like orangey brown. So I would say it's kind of like a sibling energy. So this is the design that I came up with. Yay! I think it looks similar. Like, you can tell that it's like similar series. What I do is also the size of the stickers, I scale it accordingly, so you can expect like, oh, this sticker book has like smaller stickers. I will say though, it was more difficult to lay out the front and back cover because this sticker book has less special cuts and has more like round stickers, square stickers, but it has more stickers. It has like 350-ish, and the previous one had like 150. So I think we're on the right track. Fingers crossed nothing needs to be sent for revisions because tomorrow my family's coming and I really want to take time off. I'm really going to take time off to show them around. We're gonna run errands and just have like proper time off from everything that I've been dealing with this past year.
My family went to visit on the last week of July. It was really, really fun to have them over. I figured the best way to get them to Berlin is to help me shop for home stuff and also just to be able to spend time together and enjoy the summer. They've actually never been here in the summer, so I think they enjoyed it. Also just got to spend quality time with my sister who is already married. We watched a lot of episodes of The Summer I Turned Pretty and pretty much enjoyed our time together. I took a week off during the time my family was here, and then after that I did a quick reset, and before you know it, it was time to get back to work and restart my routine. I've been actively carving out my weekends to spend more time with my friends and also just explore the city more. And I know this is silly, but wear nicer clothes. I spent the day with Ven, who is a fellow Earth sign girly. We went to Winterfeld Markt and we actually had an agenda that day. It was an admin exchange day. We also stopped by some antique shops, but this was a monumental day for her because she asked me to come with her to buy her first traveler's notebook, which was so exciting. And then I also checked out the Buchstaben Museum. They were closing and they had an exhibition out, so I stopped by to have a look as well. And of course, I wrote something as well. I always say I'm busy, but this has been so far the summer of side quests. I bought this spiral ring notebook from Traveler's Notebook in Moranga, and I wanted to document my move, so I printed out some Instax photos, and this is like a little photo album to commemorate that. I doodled on every single Instax photo because I wanted to have like little captions, and it was a no frills way to document without having to whip up like a journal spread or anything like that, and I'm excited to fill it up more. I've also just been catching up on my TN insert, so this one was from June. I actually stuck all the ephemera. I just really needed time to sit and write, so I'm glad I finally did it. Sometimes these things are always like at the back end of things that I never do, so I'm glad that once it's just out there or I'm working on little projects, I just end up finishing them as well. Today is August 12th, aka my monthsary. So it's been a month since I've been living in this apartment. And after weeks of procrastinating, I figured today was the right day, the day that I'm going to be opening this. I think this is the rite of passage of being a true adult, is like getting your own vacuum cleaner. For context, I've lived in so many different apartments in Berlin and most of them were furnished and all of the appliances were already there. That's also why I've just been starting to fill up my own space with things that I personally would love to use. So much so that, side note, everything has to be in Abbey colors. I think this is the only exception. So the iron that I got is in this sage green color because are we all surprised at this point? Like, if I could show you my bed, it's actually in green. So yeah, we're at my bedroom. It's where I get the most sun, and it's usually like a nice afternoon light because it's a south-facing apartment. I want to open it with you because I don't know, I feel like I've never thought I would actually own one of these. So shout out to mom for getting this for me while she was visiting here in Berlin a couple of weeks ago.
looks like a robot at this point.
One of the things that overwhelms me the most about moving is having to unpack and unbox a lot of things. My coping mechanism recently has just been watching movies. I was watching Camp Rock while I was building this chair. I think just building furniture, unboxing packages, they don't scare me. I think they stress me out because then I have to work on things and make sure that I don't fail. I don't know, it's probably a me thing, but this was actually very easy to assemble. It's the Muso E80 Muse chair that was gifted to me, and it was very successful because of the power of Camp Rock.
Chair! And now I actually have to get back to work. I can't believe it's like less than 2 weeks left until the show, so finishing these up so I can send them to print and get the workshop kit sorted. So this one is going to be like a mix of sample journal spreads and some stationery favorites and how to use fountain pens. So I'm making this as like a companion zine as part of the workshop kit. So while I'm doing the demos and talking about the class topic, these are like supplementary materials that students get to take home as part of their kit. Another thing I wanted to share is this week I started a new insert actually for planning because I've just been kind of all over the place with plans. So this is actually an old insert that was gifted to me. This is the GU insert. It's from Baon Kuen, and I like it so far. Here's what it looks like. It's free dating, so I don't have to commit to writing for every week, and I think on the right hand side with the extra space I'm able to max that out and kind of transfer my tasks as I go. I do think at the end of this week it'll be super packed because now on Wednesday I do feel like it is starting to really add up. Don't forget. I have another one here. Yeah.
Pizza time. Pizza. Okay, so sulit naman if it's like, akala ko one slice lang, one slice. But they're known for like thin. Toast. Cheers.
Hello. We have a couch. Oh my god. Today is, I think that's the 14th today. The highlight of yesterday was Keisha came over, and every time Keisha comes over, we get shit done. Like, we get a lot of things done. And one of which was setting up this couch that my mom and sister helped pick out while they were visiting here. And I've always wanted a couch, you guys. Like, for the past 3 years, I never had a couch. I just think having a couch is like a great middle ground between me and wanting to go to the bed. So I love working from the couch sometimes when I feel lazy or I just want to read books. And I'm really excited to further decorate the space. As you can see, we still have boxes. There's still a lot of storage that needs to be figured out. So if you have tips or suggestions for me, let me know, because you know us stationary girlies, our stuff is not big, they're all tiny, so storage is very tricky. I've been kind of fiddling with the idea of having both open and closed storage. So this is the window part, and I do have a shelf here that is like kind of a work in progress, and I do want to add like a locker or something else to kind of have closed storage that's accessible to where I work. I do like reaching for things while I'm working because I need tangible research material. That sounds so nerdy, but basically my job is very rooted to analog, which you all know, and I think having things nearby is very important. But this area there where the boxes currently are, I'm thinking there could be like a drawer situation also there, or like a dresser situation, because I do have a lot of supplies that I don't need on a regular basis and that can be stored there. Nevertheless, the vlog ends here. I realized this was over a month of filming, but life has been so busy and I don't know, I'm trying to take it all in. I have started working also on some side quests to document this journey, so maybe I'll share that in a future video. I also just have been relatively like living life as it happens. I can't believe we're actually in the tail end of summer. Like, everyone's so excited for autumn and I'm like, no, summer! It's still summer! It's still summer according to the calendar until the 21st of September or 22nd. But I really love summer because as a tropical girly, it's just been rooted into my system to have warm weather. It's actually pretty warm today, so I have to turn on the fan while I'm working. I do get a lot of sun in this space, which I really love because I love direct sun. Not the whole day, obviously, but like just hints of it coming at me. I think my mood significantly improves. I've been trying to process life from the past 2 months, and I think it's just so hard to kind of put everything into words. I seem mostly stoic in general, but I actually haven't sat down and talked about my 10-year anniversary because I've been so busy moving, working, and kind of getting from one project to another. So I hope to really reflect on that soon, and also just wanted to thank you all for being part of this journey. I still can't believe I'm actually living alone. Like, I know this is probably very, you know, usual thing for most adults, but I'm 32 and I feel like for my entire 20s, I've been so behind with being a person. So there's this movie entitled Frances Ha, and it stars Greta Gerwig. There's this scene that I really love. She says, "I'm so embarrassed, I'm not a real person yet." And honestly, I feel like that sometimes because I've been so focused on building my career that I think I left a lot of the life stuff out there. That's also the reason why I moved to Berlin, because I really wanted to have a rich, deeper personal life. Rich not in money, but rich with like the friendships I have, the relationship I have with myself, and being open to receiving love. And you know, I just think it is time to give myself a little more leeway into becoming more me. I mean, every year I get older, that is the goal. I'm always saying I just want to be more me, whatever that means in that current period and season of time. But yeah, I think I'm rambling too much. Maybe it's the matcha, maybe it's the weather, or the yin yoga class I had this morning. But I'm so excited to share with you more of this space. I'm definitely going to be touring you around once the decorations have been set up and the organizational systems. I'm constantly looking for ways to make it more efficient to work in this space. So thank you so much for watching this vlog. I wish you the best of the rest of the summer. And for those who are going to San Francisco Pen Show, I'll see you there. Take care, everyone. And I really have to finish up some work because my computer is calling. Bye.